and antiemetics. Emetics is when you're vomiting, you're emitting something from your mouth, and antiemetic stops you from vomiting. So we have the bayberry bark, the buck bean, the lobelia in large doses. And small doses will stop the spasmodic vomiting. You don't want to use much of it, but if you use a lot, it's going to make you vomit, especially lobelia. You use a little bit, it stops the vomiting. And the mustard, and marica, and peach leaves, that stops the vomiting. That's mustard, what you call a mustard. You use it as a seasoning. I'm talking about mustard seeds made into a tea. Originally, they used the mustard when they ate raw meat because it had pus and mucus in it and caused you to vomit, so we put the mustard on the meat to stop that kind of action. Peppermint is good as an antiemetic, stop vomiting, and Solomon seal is good to stop vomiting, and spearmint, all the mints are good, peppermint, spearmint. White willow is primarily used for the discomfort of vomiting. And of course the earache, we have the hops, oregano, the pimpernel, the lemon juice. Those are some of the remedies for some popular type of diseases. We're going to look at some more so you can get a better idea of how to treat these diseases. I'm just going over them with you. Now for blood poisoning, we use the chickweed, which is good for measles, it's good for suppressing your appetite. Plant. The fuzzy looking leaves are mullein, the flat leaves without the fuzz is plantain. We have the chickweed, which has little yellow flowers and grows around. But nonetheless, this is chickweed, plantain, echinacea, and golden seal. For blood poison, the popular two would be golden seal and echinacea, which are sold together in tablets and in teas and in tinctures. It's a popular combination. Myrrh is antiseptic again. Burdock is good as a blood cleanser. Bloodroot is a good blood cleanser. But mostly I would say the echinacea and golden seal. Now burns, which is caused by a traumatization from heat, use bittersweet burdock again, calamus, chickweed. Chickweed's good for skin diseases of all types, measles, mumps, and all that sort of thing. Mumps is a glandular disease, I'm sorry. But chickweed is popular for all types of disease. Of course, it suppresses the appetite as well. Now we have elder, poplar, and onions, bruised onions. Old remedies, they would have you heat up the onions in the oil and then apply it to the area, but you don't have to do that anymore. You can use onion powder now with clay and apply it to the burns. Comfrey is good. Comfrey powder mixed with clay or mixed with the onion powder, applied to the burn is popular. Some people just, when they burn their finger, they just put it in some cold water real quick. That keeps the water cold by changing it, adding more ice to it, and that kind of like helps the blood to coagulate. That's why they're doing it. Bronchitis, which we got the TIS, which means inflammation of the bronchial, inflammation of the lungs. So we're back to using something for the skin. The colt's foot is good for the mucus congestion. The chickweed is good for the skin. The cuby berries is a diuretic, helps get rid of that mucus congestion which may be irritating the lungs. The golden seal again has all around purpose for any sort of disease. As you can see, it was mixed in the other chart. The lungwort, the mullein is good for colds. The myrrh is antiseptic. The white pine is good for colds. Pleurisy is good for colds. So the ones up here for colds will be colt's foot, mullein, pleurisy, and let's see, they list elecampane. Those are the ones specific for colds of all types, bronchial colds, bronchitis, pneumonia, the elecampane, pleurisy, you see, the mullein, the colt's foot, and horehound, which is listed here. Skunk cabbage is good for colds. Slippery elms helps get rid of the waste and pass it out the system. And some people like to use white pod lily. Virginia helps get rid of the mucus congestion that may be causing inflammation. And beverage teas, these are just some of the teas people just like to drink. The red clover blossom, sage, all the mints, sassafras, strawberry leaves, as I mentioned, all the mints, peppermint, spearmint, fennel, which some people are mistaken for licorice, red raspberry leaves. Hyssop is a good tea, good for high blood pressure as well. Chickweed's good for appetite suppressing the skin. Catnip is a very good calmative. Wintergreen is good for the nerves as well. And sarsaparilla is good for the testosterone level in men, helps raise the sperm count, but it's good for ladies as well who are having some kind of estrogen imbalance. White cherry bark is good for gouty arthritis. And the black cherry juice is good for gouty arthritis as well. But these are some of the beverage tea. Chamomile is popular. Hops is popular. Juniper berries is made into jellies in Europe. It's a good tasting herb, but it is